Okay, so get this.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're diving into a story that's got like a cynical hacker, Santa Claus, but not the one you're thinking of.
Okay.
This Santa's got a secret lair.
Interesting.
Oh, and there's a witch, too.
Oh, witch.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's this crazy mix of Christmas and action movie stuff.
Huh.
But honestly, what really hooked me was how it flipped the whole Santa thing on its head.
You mean like he's not just about presents?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
He's running this whole high-tech operation to keep magical creatures a secret.
Oh, wow.
Wild, right?
That's definitely not the Santa I grew up with.
I know.
So it's making us rethink those classic figures.
Right.
Like good and evil. It's not so simple anymore.
And all this magic.
Yeah.
Mixed with technology.
Definitely makes you think.
For sure.
Hmm.
Makes you wonder what's really going on behind all those holiday traditions.
I like it.
But before we get to Santa's fortress,
Okay.
we got to talk about Jack, our hacker.
Ah, the cynical one.
Yeah, basically a digital Scrooge.
Interesting.
You see him hack into the National Security Data Center.
No way.
And the detail in that scene.
Like how he does it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Sounds like the author knew their stuff.
For real.
Makes you think though, right?
About.
Well, how safe is any data really?
Oh, yeah, good point.
If magic can just mess with the digital world.
Get a whole new level of vulnerability.
Totally. And then there's Jack himself.
Right. Is he just good at tech, or is he a criminal?
Because he's definitely exploiting things for his own gain.
Uh-huh.
And that whole scene with the short circuit, it's not just showing off.
I mean, it is a little.
But it makes you think about what those actions actually do.
The consequences, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's unsettling.
It is, and it raises some tough questions.
Like what?
About data privacy, who has access to our info, all that.
Big questions.
But Jack has no idea.
About?
This data breach is going to drag him into something huge.
Oh, man.
Way bigger than he could imagine.
So this is where Santa's high-tech setup comes in.
Yep, this hidden fortress.
I'm picturing it.
Security guards, tech rocket launchers even.
Wow.
It's wild.
Like a spy movie or something.
Totally.
Interesting that they combined that.
What do you mean?
Well, you have Santa,
Yeah.
super traditional figure,
Right.
and then all this intense security.
Like he's got something to hide.
Exactly. Makes you wonder what he's up against.
That's a good question.
And it brings up this idea
that
even the good guys can have secrets.
Secrets and maybe not so good.
Oh, man.
Right.
Definitely makes you think.
Okay, but there's more.
More.
The magical creatures.
Oh, right. You mentioned those.
Yeah, it's not just reindeer.
Okay.
He's got a whole team of mythical beings.
Working with the elves.
Working with the elves, keeping the magic hidden.
Huh. So there's this whole other layer.
A whole other layer of complexity.
Wow. So there's a lot more to this story.
A lot more.
Than we might expect.
And
it makes you wonder why all the secrecy.
Yeah. Why?
Like, what happens if everyone knew about magic?
Good question.
Does it protect those creatures, or does it do something else?
Create some kind of imbalance, maybe?
Maybe.
Like, who gets to decide? Who knows?
Exactly. Heavy stuff.
It is. And speaking of secrets and all that,
Yeah.
we meet Callum.
Callum, who's that?
He's Santa's security chief.
Oh, so he's in charge of all that high-tech stuff.
Exactly. But here's the thing.
Why?
He's starting to lose faith in humanity.
That's rough.
Yeah, he's seen it all.
The good and the bad.
The good and the bad, and it's wearing him down.
Yeah, I can see how that would happen.
I think his story is interesting.
How so?
Well, it's like Jack's cynicism.
Oh, you mean?
They're both disillusioned.
But for different reasons.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Jack's is personal.
Right.
Callum's is more from seeing the bigger picture.
The darker side of humanity.
Exactly.
So you think their cynicism could bring them together?
It's possible, but then things get really crazy.
What happens?
Someone breaks into Santa's place and kidnaps him.
No way. Who would kidnap Santa?
Right.
What's the point of that?
Well, I find out later, but Callum goes after them.
Makes sense.
And there's this insane scene.
What happens?
He uses magic to make a toy. Huge.
The toy?
Yeah, and chases them with it.
What kind of toy?
We don't know yet, but it's like a car chase.
Well, with magic.
Well, with magic and toys instead of cars.
I would not have seen that coming.
I know. It's wild, right?
Definitely subverts our expectations.
It does.
This innocent little toy turned into something else.
And it reminds us that even with magic,
there are real consequences.
Absolutely.
High stakes.
High stakes. Okay, so remember that data Jack stole?
From the National Security Data Center.
Yeah, that's how the kidnappers found Santa.
Really?
Yeah, they used that info to track his location.
Huh. So Santa's location is in that data somehow.
I guess so. But it gets weirder.
Weirder how?
It was a group of trolls who connected the dots.
Trolls.
Trolls.
Like under a bridge, trolls.
Well, they don't say that, but they have some crazy magic.
What kind of magic?
Something with data.
Data magic.
Yeah, like they can sense it, manipulate it, stuff we can't even imagine.
That's kind of creepy.
It is, right?
Makes you think about privacy.
Uh-huh.
Like, if magic can just bypass all our security...
Totally.
What's even the point of security, then?
And who gets to use this magic?
Right.
Like, does it create some kind of imbalance of power?
Definitely something to think about.
Big time. It's like those trolls are this hidden part of the internet.
A magical undercurrent.
Yeah, exactly.
Valid.
And because of their data magic...
They found Jack.
Nailed him as the source of the leak.
Oh, so now he's in trouble.
Big trouble. This whole secret organization dedicated to protecting magical beings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Talk about wrong place, wrong time.
He had no idea what he was getting into. And now he stumbled into this hidden world.
This whole other reality.
And they're not going to let him just walk away.
Nope.
They're serious about their secrets.
Deadly serious.
Makes sense, though, right? If the world found out about magic.
It could be chaos.
Yeah.
The scene where they catch Jack in his apartment.
Oh, yeah.
It's intense.
What happens?
We see a different side of him.
Not just the hacker.
Yeah. He can actually fight.
Interesting.
But he's outnumbered.
Oh, no.
And they use this truth thing on him.
A truth serum.
Not a serum. It's like this...
magic thing.
Yeah.
To make him talk.
To make him tell them who he sold the data to.
Oh, so they can go after the buyer.
Exactly.
But that's pretty harsh, though, right?
Yes.
I mean, forcing someone to tell the truth?
It brings up all these questions, power and secrecy.
Like, how far is too far?
Yeah.
To protect this hidden world.
Right.
Are they compromising their own morals?
I think so.
And are they even operating legally?
It doesn't seem like it.
It's like...
What?
Are they creating more danger than they're preventing?
By being so secretive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good question.
Okay, so what about the buyer?
Oh, yeah, so they're in Aruba.
Aruba.
How do they even get there?
Okay, get this.
Yeah.
They use portals in toy stores.
What?
Yeah, like the toy stores are connected...
to Aruba.
To everywhere.
Through portals.
Through portals.
That's wild.
I know, right?
It's like something out of a kid's book. But it makes sense.
How so?
Well, it's like magic is hidden in plain sight.
In everyday objects.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea.
And in Aruba, they finally meet the buyer.
And the mastermind behind everything.
Who is it?
A witch named Griller.
Griller. Okay, that's an intimidating name.
It is. And she's got this plan to fix humanity.
Fix humanity.
Fix humanity.
That sounds ominous.
It is.
So what's her plan?
She wants to use Santa's magic to trap all the bad people in snow globes.
In snow globes. Yeah, enchanted snow globes.
Oh, wow.
So like a snow globe prison.
For all the bad people.
It's kind of messed up, right?
Yeah, like snow globes are supposed to be.
Magical and pretty.
Yeah.
But she's turning them into...
prisons.
Prisons.
And who decides who's bad?
Exactly.
That's a lot of power for one person.
Too much power.
What happens to free will then?
Right.
If someone else gets to judge you?
And lock you up?
In a snow globe?
It's a slippery slope.
Today it's criminals?
Tomorrow, who knows?
Yeah. It's scary to think about.
It is.
It's like she doesn't believe in people's ability to change.
To be good.
Yeah, it's like she's given up on humanity.
And decided she knows better.
Exactly, and that's when things get even more twisted.
What happens?
Santa wasn't kidnapped.
He wasn't.
It was all a setup Griller.
Yeah. But why?
To drain his power.
So he couldn't stop her.
And to weaken his influence.
Oh, wow. So it was all part of her plan.
The whole thing.
That's messed up.
And it gets worse. Worse. How?
Some of the creatures working for Santa, they're actually Griller's spies.
What?
Yeah, they're shapeshifters.
So they've been pretending to be
Santa's helpers.
this whole time.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it really makes you question everything.
Everything and everyone.
Like if Santa can be betrayed by his own people.
Who can you trust?
No one, I guess.
It's a scary thought.
And in the middle of all this, Jack and his son, they get trapped in a snow globe.
Not one of the prison ones.
Just a regular snow globe.
It has an accident.
But they're stuck in there.
Tiny little people in a tiny little world.
That's terrifying.
It is, but it also becomes this chance for them to connect.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, like Jack's always pushing people away.
Right, he's not the best dad.
But in the snow globe,
they have to face each other.
There's nowhere to run.
It's like their whole relationship
Gets condensed into that tiny space.
Interesting.
And what's even crazier, when they finally reconcile,
they forgive each other. The spell breaks.
The snow globe shatters.
They're free.
It's like their love.
Their connection.
It was stronger than the magic.
That's beautiful.
It is, right?
Like a metaphor.
Or what?
For how love can break even the strongest spells.
Even the ones that try to control us.
Powerful stuff.
It is. And it sets the stage for the final fight with Griller.
Oh, man. So it all comes down to this.
It does.
And now it's not just about stopping her from imprisoning people.
It's about protecting those bonds.
Those connections.
The things that make us human.
Exactly.
Okay, so Jack and his son are free from the snow globe.
Ready to face Griller.
But there's this whole other betrayal thing.
Oh, right. You mentioned that.
Yeah, and it's a big one.
What is it?
Callum's sister.
His sister.
She's Santa's wife.
Wait, so Santa's wife
is one of Griller's shapeshifters.
Whoa, that's intense.
Right.
It's like betrayal on a whole other level.
Family drama mixed with this epic battle.
And for Callum.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
He's already questioning everything.
And now someone he trusted.
Someone close to him.
Has betrayed him.
It makes you think about how far Griller's influence goes.
It's not just about the snow globes.
It's about messing with people's lives.
Breaking down trust.
Even within families.
Creating chaos.
Exactly.
It's interesting how Callum reacts, though.
What do you mean?
Well, he could just give up.
He's already cynical.
But he doesn't.
He fights back.
Yeah, he pulls himself together.
Rallies the other creatures.
The ones who are still loyal.
And even teams up with Jack.
A hacker he didn't trust at first.
It shows how powerful a shared goal can be.
Right.
They might be from different worlds.
But they have a common enemy.
And that brings them together.
It's like that saying,
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly.
And for Jack,
this lone wolf guy,
he starts to see the bigger picture.
That there's something worth fighting for.
And that his skills can actually help people.
Not just himself.
It's a real turning point for him.
It shows that even the most cynical people
can change
when they find something to believe in.
And that sometimes working together
is the only way to make a difference.
So the final battle?
It all goes down at Santa's headquarters.
It's huge.
Magical creatures, high-tech gadgets.
Even Jack's hacking comes into play.
Wow. So it's like everyone versus Griller.
These snowman assassins.
They're assassins too.
They can freeze anything they touch.
Oh, that's not good.
It's intense.
It's like a clash of worldviews.
What do you mean?
Well, Griller thinks control and fear are the answers.
And Santa believes in hope and compassion.
Right, trusting that people can be good.
It's a classic battle between good and evil.
But with a magical twist.
And just when it seems like Griller's gonna win,
Santa comes back.
With full power.
Oh.
It's like all the love and hope.
It fuels him.
And he confronts Griller.
What happens?
But not with anger.
So he doesn't fight her directly?
He uses his magic to contain her.
Contain her how?
He traps her in one of her own snow globes.
Wow, so she gets a taste of her own medicine.
Poetic justice.
It's like the story's saying that what you put out into the world.
It comes back to you. But even though Griller's defeated,
there's still a sense of unease.
Yeah, things are different now.
Trust has been broken.
There are wounds that need to heal.
And that's where forgiveness comes in again.
Santa could be angry.
He has every right to be.
But he chooses to rebuild.
To move forward.
He even offers Jack and his son a place with him.
Like to be part of his team.
Yeah.
Wow, that's big of him.
It is, right.
Shows his character.
And even though Christmas Eve is almost here,
they lost so much time.
Santa insists on delivering the gifts.
That's dedication.
He knows how important it is.
To bring joy to people.
Especially after everything that's happened.
It's a powerful reminder.
What?
That even when things are tough,
we can choose to focus on hope. And Jack, he goes with Santa.
To deliver presents.
Help spread the Christmas cheer.
Amazing how much he's changed.
From cynical hacker to Santa's helper.
It shows that anyone can find redemption.
And that small acts of kindness
can make a big difference.
So we end this deep dive
with a lot to think about.
About belief and connection.
And the strength of the human spirit.
Even when things get dark.
It's a reminder that we have a choice.
To give in to fear or to choose hope.
To believe in something better.
And that belief can change the world.
Maybe even create a little magic of our own.
So until next time.
Keep believing.